This isn't the Easter story they told you in Sunday school. No pastel eggs, no smiling bunnies, just hollow eyes, and the sound of footsteps when you're supposed to be alone. Easter still haunts me, and I wish that were just a figure of speech. When I was 7, my family's church felt like a second home. Easter Sundays were huge, massive services, hymns echoing off stained glass, and the basement classrooms buzzing with kids hopped up on jelly beans. But that year, something waited in the shadows. After the sermon, I slipped away to use the bathroom. It was a cramped, flickering room at the end of a hallway, papered with faded lambs and crooked crosses. I remember the hum of the lights, the dripping sink. Halfway through, I heard a metallic scrape hiss from the stall beside me. I froze. The door creaked open, and out stepped a man in a rotted Easter bunny suit. One eye dangled by a thread. The fur was moldy, like it had been dug out of a grave. It stank of wet rot and something sweet, like old candy left in a crawl space. "You've been chosen," he rasped, pointing a gloved finger toward the emergency exit. My heart raced, but I followed, because that's what good kids do, right? The door led out to the parking lot. A rusted van idled behind the dumpster, its exhaust curling like smoke from a dying fire. Another bunny leaned against it, smoking a cigarette. That's when I noticed. Their costumes didn't match. One had pink ears, the other black. Then a scream tore through the air. Miss Carla, our Sunday school teacher, sprinted toward me, her face white with panic. The men shoved each other into the van. Tires screeched. They peeled off into the night. But not before I saw a small hand press against the van's fogged window. A kid, like me. The police found nothing. No missing children, no license plate. Just my parents' trembling voices whispering, "What if she'd gotten in that van?" I didn't sleep for weeks. 10 years later, I thought I'd buried that fear. Then, the woods happened. My friends and I were playing a twisted Easter game, hide and seek with plastic eggs in Raz's backyard. His property stretched into the forest, where trees tangled like black veins. Sunset painted the sky blood orange as I crept near a creek, egg clutched tight to my chest. That's when I heard it. Footsteps, heavy, slow. Not one of my friends. A man stepped from behind the trees, face gaunt, clothes caked in mud. He wasn't holding an egg. He held a knife. "Found you," he grinned. I bolted. Branches slashed at my arms. My lungs burned. His breath was behind me, hot, rasping. I tripped, crashing into a ditch. He loomed over me, then flinched. A flashlight beam swept through the trees. My friend Jake calling my name. The man vanished into the dark, but not before whispering, "They'll find you next Easter." We never told the cops. Raz's parents would have killed us for sneaking out. But when we went back for the eggs, half were gone, and the ones left behind and were filled with dirt. Last year, Easter nearly broke me. My uncle's farmhouse was supposed to be safe, family, food, no shadows. After dinner, my cousin dared me to explore the barn out back. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the scent of hay and oil. The bales were stacked high, like a maze. At the center, I found it. A circle of melted black candles, above them hanging from the rafters. A doll. It wore a tiny Easter bunny suit. Its button eyes were gouged out. I ran. Outside, the fields were dead silent. No crickets, no wind, just a low, steady drumbeat coming from the woods. Then, torches. Dozens of them, weaving between the trees like fireflies from hell. Figures stepped forward, wearing animal masks, rabbits, lambs, twisted and wrong. They stopped at the tree line, watching, waiting. My uncle fired his shotgun into the air. They scattered. But the next morning, we found something on the porch. The doll. Its stitched mouth had been pried open. Inside, a photo of me, age 7, leaving that church bathroom. I don't celebrate Easter anymore, because I know what it really is. It's not about renewal, not for everyone. It's the season when masks slip and the things underneath come crawling out. So this year I'm staying inside, and if you hear scratching at your window, don't look, don't breathe. Just pray they think you're asleep, because they only take the ones who believe.